Okay, so let's introduce our players first in this PvP set that we will see right now. Spawning in the top left corner of the map, we find our yellow Protoss player from Alien Invasion. It's going to be the one and only CPU. And his opponent in the bottom right hand corner of the map as the blue Protoss player. He is playing for easy visualize. It is going to be Theo. So finally a PvP. We did not see it today just yet. Actually, the matchups that I have cast so far have been pretty diverse. But now we are getting to the point where one of these players will move forward into the quarterfinals, where we will start playing the best of 3 series. Now the games have been pretty impressive so far. And always look at that APM count of Theo. He really likes his buttons. It's just insane how much he is going to be, how much he is able to spam. And I'm not surprised that his hand hurts with how he has been playing. So let's see. Gateways are going to come down. Not too much of a difference, but a little bit of a wall of coming down from CPU already. Now will we see some 2-gate aggression in the form of a 3 Stalker rush, or are we going to see very quick expanse, or maybe even Stargate somewhere out on the map or inside the main base to try and harass your opponent's mineral line a little bit. Now double gas has come down for CPU very early on. Theo has opted to go for only 1 assimilator so far, which pretty much indicates that he really wants to get a second gateway down very quickly. Usually it is around the 19 supply mark. So you can start your first Stalker, and by the time that the first Stalker is done, your second gateway will be done too, so you can start 2 more and start pressuring a little bit with your 3 Stalkers. But let's see. Cybernetic score is on the way for both these players. A little bit faster for Theo though. It's like 10 seconds faster already. Not the biggest of deals, but if you are trying to hit a very neat timing, then those seconds are going to be humongous. But both players using their Chronon boost as much as possible on top of their probes. They're already at 20 probes, both of them. And the first Stalker is on the way. Theo has gotten his second gas, so did not mention that before, but he won't go for that second gateway just yet. He might try and go for a faster Nexus on the back of this, but his Zealot is going to scout out to see if something has been proxied on the map. He wants to see exactly what is coming down, and this is a reasonable popular position for this Zealot, of course, or for the Stargate to be hidden, but not in this case so far. He's just really being active with that. First Stalker is now out for Theo. Twilight Council for both these players is going to be on the way. So I would not be surprised to see any blink play come through. Some extra gateways will be added for CPU. 2 extra gateways gonna be on the way. And after that, we will most likely see a robotics facility come down from both these players. But CPU is in fact going to go for that blink play, but on the other side of the map we do find that there is a dark shrine hidden in the back of the base of Theo. Now probe has already been sent out. The Stalker is leading that charge, but he wants to get the pilot as close to the base of CPU as possible to try and get the harassment going. But the robotics facility has just started for CPU. It is currently building inside his base, so by the time that the Dark Shrine is done, he should be able to have an observer out to prevent any units from being killed off. Now also a sentry is being set at the ramp. He will be able to force field in case he sees that glimmer of the Dark Templars. And already on the other side of the map, CPU is preparing with that pylon for proxy location. Theo is going to go for the expansion, and I do believe that CPU already should know that there are Dark Templars going to come his way with what he has scouted so far. Sentry on the top of his ramp too, and his robotics facility is also going to be on the way. But is there already an observer on the map? No, not just yet. He is starting one right now, but the Dark Shrine is already done. One Dark Templar is going to move forward. Is he going to spot this? He should put down that force field. There he goes. He does spot it, and he's not going to commit. Well, he was a little bit hesitant right there, but with the observer out, he really has to get out of there. So at least he will keep his opponent back at home just a little bit. There's still this pylon on the map. So if CPU is going to move out, he's definitely going to be able to put on some pressure on Theo. Where is this probe going to go? He will spot that there is a pylon up already. One stalker being warped in. He's being sent because the probe has also been spotted by that one pylon. No proxy pylons anymore for Theo on the map. And the stalkers are now going to move out. Immortal is going to be very important for Theo right now. He already has one. Blink is done for CPU2. Second Immortal on the way. He should be able to defend this just fine, but he might take a few casualties in the form of probes. He can just blink away whenever it gets too dicey. Still has to be very careful that the blink is not on cooldown when he gets force fielded in. But already a very nice pick off. 4 workers have been killed off by CPU. And the Dark Templar are really not going to make any waves at the natural base, but it is denying a little bit of mining time at that third base. He's going to get another probe right there. One sentry is not going to kill off a Dark Templar very soon, so he might even try and commit to that, but already taking that amount of initial damage, he's not going to risk it. Oh, is that our blink going to come into the main base of Theo? That's a lot of stalkers, and that is going to do quite a bit of damage. One extra Immortal is going to pop out very soon right now. He's trying to catch them on retreat. Oh, there's going to be the recall towards the main base, because there's also a Dark Templar right there. He's trying to get away, but that is not going to happen. How many kills? 9 kills for CPU, 3 kills for Theo. But how many Dark Templars did he lose? He only lost 1 Dark Templar, which is still pretty nice. That Dark Templar still has 2 kills on it. Went up to 5 workers killed. Looking at the current worker tab, however, it is very equal. 34 against 32 in favor of Theo. But CPU now being pretty supply blocked at the 60 supply mark. He's starting 2 pylons at once behind his mineral line just to get out of that supply block as fast as possible. And once again, CPU is looking to move out on the map. He has those blink stalkers, but the Immortal count for Theo has been increasing slowly but steadily, going up to 4 Immortals already. I would not be surprised to see a Templar Archives come down very soon and go for a 2 base push, because those Immortals are going to shred through those Stalkers. If they have blink or not, 50 damage per shot is a lot of damage. So I really start to like the position of Theo more and more. Yes, the blink Stalkers did get a little bit of damage done, but so did the Dark Templars. Now another Dark Templar is trying to move it inside the main base, and he will do so. The Observer is not moving just yet, and there's no detection in this position. There's going to be damage dealt to this mineral line, and that is some very nice harassment coming down. Another 3 probes have been killed off. Observer will provide high ground vision, but the photon overcharge in the main base already denying any vision at that point, and this is also a lot of lost mining time. Don't underestimate that in this position. The Dark Templar will die, but being at 7 kills, he has lived a very fruitful life already. A 5th Immortal not going to be on the way. Extra Gateway also going to come through. And still, mostly Stalkers for CPU. He's going to move forward, but against 4 Immortals, you do have to be very careful. Why is Theo pulling back? He can just one-shot those Stalkers easily. Especially with those Zealots that are here to tank. Theo should not be too scared of this. That supply block was already very annoying for Theo. This Dark Templar in a very weird position, actually, just between all of those Stalkers. They should be reunited with an Observer very soon. There's actually an Observer, but the Observer is very slow. War Prism moving into that main base against double Dark Templar right there. That is going to be a lot of losses for a CPU, and Theo has already secured himself a 20 supply lead. Oh, he should not commit to that any longer. 1 Dark Templar still alive, but the War Prism with 1 DT, and it was killed off. Nice blink from Theo, or from CPU, I mean. And that should not have done. Well, he should not have wasted so much time there. But again, lost mining time at the natural base, and this is really starting to pay off for Theo quite a bit. Looking at the resource loss tab, Theo has lost quite a few more resources, but he is up 20 supply. He has harassed his heart out. 23 probes have gone down with those Dark Templars, and I'm surprised to not see photon cannons in both these bases. Not even a forge on the map, I do believe, from CPU. No, he does not have a forge. He did not start it, and the +2 attack upgrade already going to be on the way for Theo. Now, one pylon for CPU is going to be very annoying to deny any third base that is going to be attempted to be put down. Hallucinated Phoenix being sent everywhere, but there is going to be a move out. It looked like for Theo, but he's pulling back. Has to get rid of this one pylon. Wow, CPU even letting it finish. And 4 stalks being sent towards the other side of that base. He's going to spot that with that War Prism. But 4 stalkers, of course, one-shotting a probe. This War Prism, will it get out of there? Nice blink micro from CPU. But that... oh, he's not going to get out of there. That one is going to get taken out. But he has already told the tale exactly what CPU is going to do. So killing a War Prism instead of killing a few workers back in the base of Theo. Now the Stalkers are going to try and move to the front once again. 5 Immortals at the front. Charge about to be done for Theo. That's just started for CPU. There's the blink inside the main base. There's a photon cannon here, but he's still going to get a few workers. Another War Prism will get revealed. Photon overcharge right there. Returning a little bit of the damage, but still 14 workers killed off for CPU against the 24 of Theo. Also, the third base is nearing completion for Theo already. No third base anytime soon for Theo, for CPU. And the +2 attack upgrade is about to be done. His first Colossus on the production tab. He is just macroing up. He's not going to go for a 2-base push, but still, the Templar Archive is already on the map, so we can go for the Archons very soon. And let's see. Let's have a look at the unit tab currently. We have 6 Immortals against 4. CPU has gotten his Immortal count up quite a bit. 14 Stalkers against 2, but no Colossus just yet on the map for CPU. It should be done very soon. There we go. It will be done. But still, the upgrade difference going to be pretty big. +3 should be starting for Theo very soon. His +2 has just finished up, so he's up 2 upgrades right now. Stalkers of CPU again trying to make something happen at that third base, but he first has to get rid of this War Prism that is on the map before really doing anything at the third base. But there are no probes to kill off, so the Stalkers can just return back home. And the longer that this game goes on, the more useless that these Stalkers will become. Stalkers against any type of Colossus count is not really going to do anything. Zealots will shred through those Stalkers. And also, of course, Charge Lot will wreck them with the charge. They will be able to get on top of those Stalkers. So let's see. Still no third base from CPU, so I expect him to go and move out with a 2-base army. He has his +1 attack upgrade. His +2 is now going to be on the way, but the +3 has already started for Theo right now. Looking at the current Colossus count, 2 versus 2. 20 Zealots for Theo against the 6 of CPU. So I don't think that he's going to be able to close it out. Also the Archon count, how big is it? 1 for CPU, 2 for Theo to deal the extra splash damage against those Zealots. Now a big round of Zealots have been warped in. A few Stalkers going towards the natural base, blinking behind the mineral line. That one Zealot is not going to do a whole lot, but he did buy a little bit of time. He's warping in Dark Templars to defend this, but he's going to lose a few units in this engagement. Now, does Theo actually know about this army at his front door? No, he expects it, but he did not confirm it, I do believe. And there is going to be the attack. The position is going to be very important. The Photon Overcharge being casted on top of this third Nexus. That is, of course, some very nice extra DPS. But that is going to be a Time Warp less for Theo right now. But Time Warp has been nerfed quite a bit. CPU has a full energy Mothership Core, so two Time Warps are going to be pretty powerful. Theo has spotted this army. Once again, looking at the unit tab. 22 Zealots against 21. Nice of CPU to even that up quite a bit. Still, the Stalker count being at 10, but they're not going to do all that much. Theo is completely maxed out and has 1 Colossus advantage. The Concave for him is also going to be quite a bit better. A few Zealots are stuck for for Theo, so they're not fighting immediately, but the shredding from the Colossus has started. A few of the Colossus are microing back. Supplies are dropping for CPU just a little bit faster than for Theo. Immortals and Colossi are still alive, but so are the Immortals and Colossi for CPU. Another round of war pins. Oh, he has to be very careful with that. The Zealots of Theo are closing in right now too. They're going at it right now, but only 80 supply left against 130 of Theo right now. Army supply is going to be tripling that of CPU right now, and his last Colossi will fall. Even that micro inside of that war prism is so insanely powerful. Only one Colossus left, and there is the GG and the good luck. Theo wins again and moves forward to the quarterfinals.